Kevin Cassis, IFL TV in association with MGM Marbella. With me I've got Carl Froch here at the Echo Arena. How are you, Carl, first of all?
I'm good, thank you.
First of all, just give me a reaction to the rivalry we've just seen at ringside between Cleverly and Bellew. Something you know about domestic rivalry.
Quite heavy duty. I was quite perturbed, a bit worried at ringside. No, obviously they don't like each other, but talk about the fight. Cleverly did what he needed to do against quite an average journeyman type opponent. But Tony Bellew did the business against the guy who was in there, and he was looking for shots back himself. He was big and strong. He looked in good shape, and I believe he's never been stopped. So out of the two, you've got to say that Tony really could put the better performance on, and the finish was nice. It was nice to watch. It was a good classical knockout, which everyone wants to see really. So he done well. The kid did good. Tony, I'm proud of him. So I think in terms of building the fight after, they both did the right thing, and a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, is it genuine?" I know that Tony genuinely dislikes Nathan Cleverly. I'm not so sure about if Nathan's that bothered about the hatred towards Tony, but Tony's genuine because he lost that first fight, you see. So he's still a bit pissed off about it, and he's wind up and he wears his heart on his sleeve, Tony. So when he speaks, he means it. He's not, it's all genuine. That's what I'm saying, and I'm excited about that fight. Is it happening next? Is that the next?
Well, yeah,
is that the idea?
The deal was that they were to come through tonight.
Collision course, yeah.
Collision course. It was all in the title for them to come through tonight to set themselves up for a clash later on in the year.
For me, that's a fight that can wait, and that can happen next year. But if that's going to happen next, that's a real treat for the boxing fan. It really is.
But on the back of your rematch, obviously everyone's on the rematch thing, if you like, and want to see the domestic. Especially if there's an eliminator at stake where they could both go on to win a world title at cruiserweight, that'll be interesting to see. But coming to you were sat there today with James Degale.
Yeah, that's true.
Pleasant conversations, was it?
Yeah, you know what? He's a nice kid. I've met him before, and on a little TV show I did, Red and Black, Davina McCall, a couple of years ago. And I've got to be honest. I think James Degale's a nice character. He's all right. He's decent. When he boxed Groves a few years ago, I wanted Groves to win because he seemed like he was bullying him on the build-up, and I think, like many people, I was thinking, come on, George, do the business against Degale. I'm not going to lie. I wanted Groves to win. And it was a close fight that really could have gone either way. But yeah, you're asking me about James Degale and myself.
Was he talking to you about potential?
He was talking about it. Yeah, I mean, he's mandatory for the IBF. Yeah. I'm IBF champion. Unfortunately for him, I don't need to fight a mandatory in my next fight. I've got the options of having a voluntary. So I may go down that route if the fight can be made. I mean, everyone knows. I made no secret about it. I'd like to fight Chavez Jr. That's a fight that would take place in Las Vegas.
That's your first option. That's if you could have any fight.
Oh, of course, because that's a big fight in the States. That's HBO. Obviously, Sky are backing me big, so that's a big fight, and it's exciting for me and it's motivation for me because I'll be going somewhere I've never been in terms of Las Vegas. In a massive fight, that's where a lot of people want to go in their career. It's somewhere I've never been. So, if I can fight James Degale in an arena in England or Chavez in an arena in Las Vegas with the backing of American television, it's an absolute no-brainer. I'm going to take the Chavez fight. But I'm not going to give James Degale any stick. I think he looked really good in his last fight. I think he's a nice kid, genuinely. I've been around him a few bits and bobs, and I've got nothing bad to say against him.
So you won't rule that fight out as your next fight?
I can't rule it out. Yeah. It's mandatory for the IBF. I haven't got to fight a mandatory. But to be honest, I don't think many people want to see me fight James Degale in the next fight, and that's a problem. That's a problem for Eddie Hearn. It's not a problem for me. It's a problem for James Degale, actually. It's not a problem for me because I've got options. So
is that the feedback you've had? Because it seems to be mixed. A lot of people would like to see that fight between you and James, a big domestic title fight, but I don't know, from the feedback you're getting.
In my next fight against James Degale, people aren't that excited about it. Maybe that will grow. Maybe you've seen something I've not because I've been doing gymnastics training and sunbathing in Marbella and enjoying myself and relaxing with my kids. But for me, the big fight for me and the fight I want is the big stage, which is going to be Las Vegas against Chavez.
Would you rule out a Kessler third fight into your next fight?
I think with it being all European, you've got the same problem with the American television. I want to go over to America and fight in Las Vegas, and I don't think that Kessler, being from Denmark, is going to excite America. It's not going to excite the American TV broadcasters. So realistically, to answer your question, probably not.
What do you make of George Groves' decision to get back into the ring, obviously against...
You don't know. I don't make anything of George Groves. I've boxed him twice. Yeah. I've beat him twice. TKO in the first fight. brutal KO in the second fight. I don't know. I don't make anything. You know, George. It don't matter. He's gone. He's finished. Done. See you later. I ain't even got an opinion on George. George, what's his name? George. You say it.
Groves. George
That's
Groves.
the man. That's the man.
George Groves. Finally, how's Tumble going?
Tumble's going good. You know, just getting stretchy. I'm getting strong on my lifts.
Yeah.
You should tune in when it comes on. It's
when
going to be exciting.
Eric?
It starts first week in the end of the first week in August, and it runs through till about the 13th of September, I think. But I've been training 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, bending and lifting and back somersaulting and flipping all over the place.
Does any of your training boxing related? Does it cross over?
It helps the core strength and the lifts and the holding the strength, but it's static strength. It's different. You're not moving with your power and your strength. You're holding one position. Very, very difficult. It's hard, and I'm enjoying it because I'm not fighting at the minute. I'm not in training. Like when I boxed, like George Groves in my first fight, I was dancing and I was training, so I was thinking about the fight. But I'm enjoying being around the whole setup of the show. It's good. I'm enjoying it. You know, you go into hair and makeup, you go and do your bits for the camera. Then I'm training all week. But I'm enjoying it. I've always wanted to do a back somersault and a flip onto my hand, a double flip onto a back flip. And I'm learning how to do that now. Ever since watching Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon, you see the ninjas flipping around, you think, wow. Then you have a fight with your brother and your big brother batters you. So then you beat your little brother up, you do all the karate moves. You've been there, you watch a karate film and you go mental after the television, after it's finished. I've always wanted to do. So I'm enjoying the gymnastic, the tumble side of it. I'm really getting stuck into it. I'm enjoying it. I've just got to be careful not to injure myself.
I'm sure everyone will be tuned in anyway to see you bending this way and that way, Cole. So listen, happy birthday for the other day.
Yeah, happy birthday to you as well. We share the same day, don't we?
Yes.
Same day, 2nd.
2nd of July. Obviously you're 6-7 years older than me.
32 I am. How old are you?
33.
42. I thought you was.
33.
Oh, you're not 33.
33.
30, what year was you born?
81.
No,
81.
No. Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
33.
Absolutely. You turned what, 37 or 38?
Neither of them.
Really?
You know how old I am.
How old are you? 36?
Born in 80. 1980.
You weren't born in 80.
I was. You know I was. Oh. Check it out. People put 77 on my profile. 1977. It's false information.
Okay. Right,
they've got me down as 6'4" and they've got my reach as about 85. It's all wrong. Right. 33.
All right, well, happy birthday anyway. I hope you had a great day.
Pleasure. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you soon, Coogan.
Thanks for talking to us, Carl.
I film London. Genuinely though, I'll give you a little bit of a G up. I wanted to watch the weigh-in for Tony's fight and Nathan's fight the other day, and I was sat in bed on my iPad thinking, where do I go? I went straight to iFilm London, and there was a big list on there from top to bottom. I've got no reason to kiss your ass or give you a plug. And every single individually,
this is wanking material for me. I'm never going to fucking
you know £500 a week you get that I've heard about on there. But no, genuinely, everything was on there, and it was nice to watch, and it's just a font of knowledge and information. You go to iFilm London, you get what you want. And that's all you're getting.
I feel like retiring now. Carl Froch, thanks for talking to iFilm TV.
Pleasure.
Alright, enjoy your time on Tumble.
See you in the after party.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Grey Goose on the rocks. See you later.